You liked the ocean, I liked old bookstores. You dreamed in headlines, I lived between chores. You kept a suitcase standing by the wall. I planted herbs in coffee cups and all. First few months we wore the difference well, like strangers swapping stories no one else could tell. But somewhere after birthdays, bills and plans, we started speaking with invisible hands. Nobody cheated, nobody lied, nothing exploded in the middle of the night. We just kept reaching for the same horizon from opposite sides. Funny how two good hearts can miss the same train. You wanted tomorrow in a fast lane, I wanted windows open when it rains. Guess love ain't always broken when it ends. Sometimes it simply bends and no one's wrong. We're just reading from different maps again. You talked about cities with unfamiliar names, I kept talking about Sunday dinners and porch swings. You wanted stories worth telling your friends, I wanted peace that didn't need explaining. And I tried wearing your rhythm for a while, like borrowed shoes at somebody else's wedding. Smiled through the blisters, called it compromise, till my reflection started asking questions. Nobody slammed any doors, no dramatic last goodbye. Just two people sitting quietly, realizing love and alignment aren't always twins. Funny how two good hearts can miss the same train. You wanted tomorrow in a fast lane, I wanted windows open when it rains. Guess love ain't always broken when it ends. Sometimes it simply bends and no one's wrong. We're just reading from different maps again. Now and then I wonder how you're doing, if you finally found someone who packs light, someone who gets excited by airports and doesn't mind sleeping under strange skies. Or maybe somewhere out there, there's a man who understands why I save receipts from little cafes, and why fresh flowers feel like company, not somebody better, just somebody translated into the same language. Grandpa used to tell me, don't marry the person who makes your heart race, marry the one whose silence doesn't make you nervous. Back then I laughed, now I write it down on grocery list. Funny how two good hearts can bless each other and still let go. Not every hand you're given is meant to grow old with your own. And maybe love is less about finding sparks and more about matching seasons. Someone who hears your ordinary thoughts and stays for no special reason. These days I don't pray for butterflies, I pray for easy conversations, matching calendars, and somebody who reaches for my hand at the exact moment I was reaching for theirs.
The kid I used to be had bigger plans. Thought he'd paint the world with his own hands. Thought success would come before 35, and dreams would somehow stay alive. Wanted stages, lights and fame. Wanted everybody to know my name. Now I'm working overtime again, trying to understand this life I'm in. Did the dream leave me behind? Or did growing up just change my mind? What happened to the kid I used to be? The one who thought the world was his to keep. Maybe he's still somewhere inside, learning that dreams can change with time. Not every story ends in fame. Not every road has to look the same. Maybe becoming who I am was always part of the plan. Now I understand my father's eyes and all those sacrifices. Maybe growing older means finding beauty in simpler things. The boy inside me still believes, even if life changed the scenery. And maybe success ain't being known, maybe it's having peace when I go home. What happened to the kid I used to be? He's still alive inside of me, not chasing stars like yesterday, but grateful for the life I made. He's still here, the kid I used to be. I still wake up reaching for you in the middle of the night. Half asleep, I swear I feel you lying softly by my side. Your sweat is hanging by the doorway. Your perfume lives inside this room, and every little thing you left here makes the silence hurt much more. People say that time will heal this, but they don't know what we had. How do I move on from someone who was every breath I had? I miss your arms around my shoulders, miss your fingers in my hand, miss the way your smile could heal me without trying to understand. I miss your voice saying my name like nobody else could do. And every lonely night I pray, still reaching out for you. If heaven let you hear me somehow, please know I still need your love. 'Cause losing you felt like the whole world vanished all at once. I replay our conversations like a movie in my head, laughing in the kitchen midnight, dancing barefoot by the bed. Now the house feels cold and empty, even sunlight feels like rain. I trade everything I have now just to hold you once again. There's 1,000 things unfinished, words I've never got to say, and my heart still waits beside the door, like you'll come home someday. I miss your arms around my shoulders, miss your heartbeat next to mine, miss the softness of your kisses and your sleepy morning eyes. I miss the way you used to hold me when the world became too much. Now I'm haunted by the memory of your gentle little touch. If heaven lets you see me crying, no one ever stopped hurting, 'cause loving you was the only time life ever felt certain. And everybody tells me you have to let her go, but how do I erase a love that lives inside my soul? You weren't just somebody I loved, you were my safest place. Now I search for you in every crowd and every stranger's face. I still miss your arms around my shoulders, still miss your beautiful smile, still talk to you in empty rooms and stay there for a while. I miss the warmth inside your hands, the way you whispered stay. And even after all this time, my heart still breaks the same. So if you're somewhere past the stars now, watching quietly above, please save a place beside you for the one who still's in love. Your picture by my bedside still catches tears at night, and I'd give the rest of my lifetime just to hold you one more time. Every payday disappears before it lands. Dreams are turning into numbers in my hands. A little house, a little peace, a little room to breathe. Feels more expensive than it used to be. Mama needs help and the bills got names, trying to keep up with this grown-up game. Everybody says these are the golden years, and why they feel so heavy, my dear. Working hard just to keep things right, giving all I got every night. I'm paying for tomorrow today, running faster just to stay in place, trying to build a future from my paycheck's flame, while the world keeps raising the stakes of the game. All I really want ain't luxury, just enough to let my family sleep peacefully. But tomorrow keeps calling my name, and I keep showing up anyway. Friends are buying houses, chasing dreams, while I'm calculating groceries and gasoline, trying to save a little piece of hope before another month slips down the road. Maybe success ain't what they sold, maybe peace is worth more than gold. I'm paying for tomorrow today, still believing there's a better way. One step closer, one more sacrifice, holding on to hope through sleepless nights.
kept a toothbrush by the sink, but never left a name on anything. Sunday mornings looked like photographs, till somebody asked and we both laughed. You knew how I like my coffee cold, knew the stories I don't often tell. Funny how you learn the shape of my silence, but not the word us very well. Everybody thought we had a language, but half our sentences stayed unfinished. You'd hold my hand at traffic lights, then disappear from questions overnight. Were we building something, or just decorating empty rooms? You kept saying, let's not ruin this, like honesty was bad for the mood. I got tired reading subtitles for scenes you never wrote. Somewhere between maybe later and don't put labels on it. I misplaced hope. There was that Tuesday after midnight when you called just to hear me breathe. Said the rain made you think about me, then changed the subject before I could speak. You treated certainty like a smoke alarm, like commitment would burn down the place. But love ain't a wild animal, baby. Not everything soft needs a cage. And I wasn't asking for fireworks or matching rings or grand designs. Just wanted to know if your tomorrow ever happened to picture mine. Were we building something, or just decorating empty rooms? You kept saying, let's not ruin this, like honesty was bad for the mood. I got tired reading subtitles for scenes you never wrote. Somewhere between maybe later and don't put labels on it. I misplaced hope. One evening I folded your sweater, forgot it wasn't really mine. Funny what the heart gets used to when nobody bothers drawing lines. I spent months watering a garden that you only visited in spring. Guess some people love the music, but never wanna learn to sing. Maybe you love me the way tourists love a city, enough to take pictures, not enough to change your address. And maybe I stayed because almost felt kinder than starting again. Were we building something, or rehearsing our goodbyes? You called it keeping things simple, but simple shouldn't leave me guessing every night. I don't hate the memories, they still fit me like old clothes. But I won't spend another season trying to make a home out of borrowed moments. Last week I deleted your number, not because I stopped caring. I just got tired of being the only one who knew where we were going. Yeah. I fixed the leak beneath the kitchen sink, moved all the furniture without a thing, called the bank and argued down the fee. Mama says she's proud of me. Friday nights I'm under rearranged. Nobody here complains about the pain. I sleep diagonally across the bed and somehow still wake up reaching left. People hear I'm fine and stop listening there. But being capable and being held ain't the same affair. I don't need saving, baby, I know how to swim. Been paying all my bills, been carrying my own skin. But I still leave a light on, not 'cause I'm scared of the dark. I just think a home sounds sweeter with another heartbeat after dark. I don't need somebody to rescue me. I just miss saying, hey, you're home early. Yeah. Last Tuesday I bought myself flowers, forgot them in the car for 2 hours. Laughed out loud at something on TV, turned around with nobody to see. And there are moments no one talks about, like folding laundry in a quiet house, or tasting soup and saying this needs salt, and remembering no one's involved. And not lonely enough to cry, not busy enough to ignore it. It's strange how independence gets mistaken for a wall. Just because I stand alone doesn't mean I never wanted someone to call. I don't need saving, baby, I know how to swim. Been paying all my bills, been carrying my own skin. But I still leave a light on, not 'cause I'm scared of the dark. I just think a home sounds sweeter with another heartbeat after dark. I don't need somebody to rescue me. I just miss saying, hey, you're home early. My nephew asked me over Christmas, why don't you got a husband yet? I smiled and stole another cookie, said I haven't met him, I guess. Everybody laughed and changed the subject, but I thought about it driving back, watching headlights blurring winter rain, hands wrapped around a paper bag. And no, I don't dream of castles or matching robes and magazine scenes. Honestly, I'd settle for somebody who remembers how I take my tea. Dad used to leave the porch light burning till everybody made it home. Maybe that's where I got it from. Believing love isn't fireworks, maybe it's just keeping dinner warm, saving the last slice or asking, did you sleep okay? I don't need saving, never asked for shining armor. I learned how to carry groceries and sadness, awkward family dinner still. I leave a little room on the closet shelf, not because I can't live by myself, but because after all these years I still believe life sounds softer when there's someone else laughing in the next room. Tonight it's just me, a half-read book, and rain tapping the windows. I'm alright, but if love ever knocks, I won't pretend I wasn't hoping someone would. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't looking for seriously. I downloaded that app, deleted it, downloaded it again. Mostly out of boredom, mostly because my friends wouldn't stop sending me screenshots. And there you were, not trying too hard. No fake vacation photos, no quote in your bio pretending to be deep. Just you, holding a coffee that looked way too expensive. And somehow that felt real. I thought we'd trade a few messages, maybe a joke, maybe a take care, maybe nothing. Didn't see you coming, not on a random Tuesday, while I was waiting for my laundry. Didn't see you turning into the first person I tell things to. Now every little thing happens and my brain goes, wait till they hear this. Didn't see you coming, but somehow you fit like you've been here the whole time. You started showing up in the weirdest parts of my day, standing in line for coffee, walking through Target, waiting for my food order. Every song, every meme, every stupid thing that would've made you laugh. I started taking pictures of random stuff again, not to post, just to send to you. That's when I knew, not when we kissed, not when we stayed up late talking, when normal life started feeling incomplete without sharing. Didn't see you coming, not when I was finally getting used to being on my own. Didn't see you becoming my favorite notification. Now I catch myself smiling at my phone in public, which is embarrassing. And somehow I don't even care. You know what's funny? Nothing dramatic happened. No movie moment, no fireworks, no slow motion scene in the rain. Just thousands of tiny moments stacking on top of each other until one day you mattered a lot. Didn't see you coming, didn't plan for this, didn't make room for this. But here you are, making ordinary days feel a little less repetitive. Making crowded places feel less lonely, making tomorrow sound interesting again. And honestly, I hope you stay. I wasn't looking for anything, then somehow I found you.
Sometimes I sit alone and wonder how fast the years ran by. Back when I was younger, I thought I'd chase the stars. Thought success would look like expensive things and fancy cars. But somewhere in the middle, life whispers something new. The things I really needed were smaller than I knew. No mansion on the hillside, no spotlight on my name, just people that I love, still smiling all the same. And maybe that's enough, maybe that's the dream. Not everything that shines is everything we need. I ain't chasing luxury, I just want some peace at night. Keep the ones I love healthy and hold them a little tight. Give me strength for tomorrow, that's all I'm asking for. No diamonds on the table, just hearts worth living for. These quiet things mean everything. These quiet things mean everything. Now my friends are getting older, and mama's hair turns gray. We don't talk about forever, but I see time slipping away. Bills are getting heavier, and sleep don't come as fast. Still I thank God for moments that money couldn't buy back. A dinner with my family, a song inside the car, a message saying drive safe. When somebody knows you're tired, and maybe that's enough. Maybe that's the dream. Not everything that shines is everything we need. I ain't chasing luxury, I just want some peace at night. Keep the ones I love healthy and hold them a little tight. Give me strength for tomorrow, that's all I'm asking for. No diamonds on the table, just hearts worth living for. These quiet things mean everything. These quiet things mean everything, yeah. I used to think I'd feel complete if I had more than yesterday, but peace became a different kind of wealth that no one could take away. And if tomorrow comes with trouble, I'll face it one more time. As long as love is waiting at home, I know that I'll be fine. I ain't chasing luxury, I don't need a perfect life. Just let the people that I cherish stay right here by my side. Give me strength for tomorrow and a little hope to hold, 'cause memories with the ones we love are worth more than gold. These quiet things mean everything. These quiet things mean everything. I don't need the world, just peace, and one more day with the people I love. My father moves a little slower now. My mother hides her pain somehow. The people who once carried me lean a little more carefully. I still remember being 10 years old, believing they would never grow old. Funny how life changes everything without asking what tomorrow brings. And suddenly I understand why they always held my hand. Watching my heroes age feels like turning another page, trying to become the man they were before the memories begin to blur. Time keeps writing on their face, and I just pray for one more day to hear their voices call my name before everything changes again. Now I'm the one saying take your time and checking if they're doing fine. Funny how life goes around. Love keeps changing shape somehow. I wish I could freeze these days, keep them young in every way, but all I can really do is love them the way they love me 6 a.m. still awake. Phone light, no breaks. Yeah. Yeah, scrolling through a life I don't live. Everybody winning, I got nothing to give. They be posting highlights, I be stuck in the grid. Trying to find peace, but the noise too big. Yeah, rent due, dreams feel overdue. Got a degree, but it don't come through. They said trust the process, I tried that too. Now I'm stuck in a loop I can't undo. Late nights, overthinking my worth. What's the plan when the plan don't work? Trying to build, but it all might break. Future looking like a high-stakes game. We stuck in a future glitch, trying to get rich, but it feel like this. Lost in the cold, can't find my lane. Too many thoughts in my brain. We stuck in a future glitch. Whole world move, but I don't feel it. If I slow down, I might just drown. So I keep on running now. Yeah. We stuck in a future glitch, trying to get rich, but it feel like this. Lost in the cold, can't find my lane. Too many thoughts in my brain. We stuck in a future glitch. Whole world move, but I don't feel it. If I slow down, I might just drown. So I keep on running now. Yeah, low-key wish it was back in the day. No IG stress, no need to portray. No fake love, no numbers to chase. It's real talks, face to face. Now it's all stats, views and clicks. Self-worth tied to analytics. Too much choice, I'm paralyzed. Too much truth, get digitized. They say we free, but I feel boxed in. My run while I can't lock in. Tryna find me in a sea of trends, but I don't even know where it ends. Yeah, prices up, but the pay stay low. Work 2 jobs, still broke for show. Side hustle culture got me drained. Chasing money, but it feel like change. They say investing long term, but I'm just trying to make this month work. Bills stack up, can't catch a break. Every move feel like a risk to take. Future plans looking kinda blurred. Every promise feel like a word. No guarantee, no safety net. Just pressure building in silent stress. We stuck in a future glitch, trying to get rich, but it feel like this. Lost in the cold, can't find my lane. Too many thoughts in my brain. We stuck in a future glitch. Whole world move, but I don't feel it. If I slow down, I might just drown. So I keep on running now. Yeah, notifications never let me rest. Every headline got me feeling stressed. World so loud, can't hear my thoughts, trying to disconnect, but I feel lost. Comparison hitting every day. See they wins, I fade away. Even wins don't feel the same. Like I'm numb inside the game. Everybody act like they okay, but I know we feel the same way. Smiles high, but we don't show. Heavy minds, but we move low. Yeah, still I wake up, still I try. Even with this weight inside, maybe hope just glitching too, but it's something I can hold on to. We the ones in between the change. New world rules, new kind of pain, but maybe we gon' rewrite code. Turn this pressure into gold. I ain't quit, I'm still right here. Face my doubt, face my fears. If the future don't feel clear, I'ma build it from right here. Maybe we just caught in between what it was and what it seems. Trying to breathe in a world that's fast, trying to make a moment last. We stuck in a future glitch, but I still got dreams I won't dismiss. Even lost, I'm moving through. Maybe I'll find something new. Yeah. Maybe it's me versus me in this digital reality.
I know how this goes before the coffee comes. You ask where I'm from, I joke, you laugh some. You'll mention a podcast, I'll fake that I've heard it. And somewhere around dessert, we'll both start rehearsing. You say you've been working on yourself, like that's a souvenir left on every shelf. And I'll not politely stir ice in my glass, wondering how many introductions actually last. Ain't it funny? We know each other's favorite colors before we know how each other handles grief. That's modern history. I'm getting tired of learning birthdays that disappear before the seasons change. Tired of becoming a chapter in somebody else's strange. Too many first dates, too many you deserve betters. Too many conversations ending with the weather. And maybe nobody's evil, maybe we're all just one thing, trying to find a front door in a hallway full of exits. Last month a man said, I've never met someone like you. 2 Fridays later he forgot to follow through. No fight, no reason, just silence dressed as adulthood. Guess disappearing got renamed, and somehow that's supposed to sound good. My sister says, girl, don't let that stuff define you. But she ain't the one deleting pictures in grocery store parking lots. Nowadays people leave like unfinished voice messages. No slam doors, just dots that never turn blue. I'm getting tired of learning birthdays that disappear before the seasons change. Tired of becoming a chapter in somebody else's strains. Oh, too many first dates, too many you deserve betters. Too many conversations ending with weather. And maybe nobody's evil, maybe we're all just one thing, trying to find a front door in a hallway full of exits. Yesterday I unmatched somebody nice, not because he did anything wrong. I just couldn't bear another story that might end before my favorite song. Maybe that's the saddest thing, not heartbreak, not lonely weekends, not old photographs. It's becoming so used to goodbyes, you stop setting an extra plate. Grandma stayed married 40 years, and she swears they almost quit every spring. She laughs when I explain dating app says, so y'all interview each other now? And honestly, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry into my teeth. I'm getting tired of saying maybe next time, like hope comes with unlimited refills. I'm not asking for forever, not even matching rings, just somebody who stays long enough to know. I keep old receipts, why I cry at airport scenes, why I talk to plants when nobody's home. Maybe love ain't missing, maybe it's just buried under all these introductions. Tonight I turn my phone face down, make chamomile tea, and watch the rain hit the balcony for the first time in a while. I wasn't waiting for anybody to text back, and somehow that felt like progress. Yeah. Just block it all out. The clock is ticking, but I don't care. I'm sinking deep in this vintage chair. Outside the window, the city's loud, but I'm floating away on a velvet cloud. I'm pulling the fabric up to my chin, locking the world out, keeping the peace in. Got no more energy left to pretend, just me in the silence, my favorite friend. Oh, heavy blanket fold over me. just a slow heartbeat in the melody. Just a melody. Just a melody. The screens are dark and the lights are low, letting the heavy expectations go. I trace the pattern stitched in the seam, washing my soul in a midnight dream. I'm pulling the fabric up to my chin, locking the world out, keeping the peace, and got no more energy left to pretend. Just me and the silence, my favorite friend. Oh, heavy blanket fold over me. This quiet room is my therapy. No rushing out, got no place to be. Just a slow heartbeat in the melody. Just the melody. When the anxiety knocks on my door, I just turn the bass up a little bit more. Let the frequency swallow the fear, safe and sound. Nobody but me here. Nobody but me here. Oh, heavy blanket fold over me. This quiet room is my therapy. No rushing out, got no place to be. Just a slow heartbeat and the melody. Slow it down. Heavy blanket, keep me safe. Let it go.
Your mama said no, my father shut the door. We stood in the hallway like we knew this before. Your hand on my sleeve, mine shaking in the dark. We learned how to smile with a crack in our hearts. But I still hear you when the house goes quiet. I still reach for you, even when I hide it. Meet me by the back door. Meet me by the back door. We were never wrong, just caught in the war. Meet me by the back door. Meet me by the back door. Meet me by the back door. Ooh, meet me by the back door. Even if it hurts, I'm yours, I'm yours. Elevator mirror looking rough tonight. Tire halfway off, eyes red at the light. Stop by the store for some cheap red wine. Cashier asked me how I'm doing, said I'm alright. Used to leave work and somebody text, pull up, where you at? You outside yet? Now everybody got kids or moved or got too tired to come through. It's funny, back then we swore we'd stay close forever. Now birthdays come around and half the numbers dead. It's 3 a.m. and nobody calls anymore. Phones stay face down on the kitchen floor. Whole city awake, but somehow I'm alone. Even my old friends feel professionally gone. I got money for dinners I don't even enjoy. Good whiskey, clean sheets, expensive noise. And some nights that success feels fake as hell, when there's nobody left to tell. Neighbor upstairs still fighting again. Same old drama through these paper-thin walls. I stood there heating leftovers up, thinking maybe they got something I don't. Saw your name for a second today. Somebody tagged you somewhere in LA. You looked happy, or maybe just good at angles. Crazy how grown folks break apart quietly. No slam doors, no big movie scenes, just less checking in, less. You made it home to one day nobody knows you anymore. It's 3 a.m. and nobody calls anymore. Ain't nobody drunk outside my door. Ain't no random you up from way back then. Just blue light and the hum from the fridge again. And I swear this apartment gets colder late at night. Every little sound got a memory tied. Guess this what nobody tells you at 23. Lonely hits different when you finally got everything. I miss cheap apartments and crowded ashtrays and laughing too loud on a Tuesday. Back when being broke didn't feel this heavy. Now it's 3 a.m. and nobody calls anymore, but I still check my phone like before. Like maybe somebody somewhere still needs me, or remembers who I used to be. protects the past. We still share the same address, but silence fills the space instead.
You fall asleep facing the wall,
and I don't hear your laughter anymore.
Used to talk until the morning light.
Now we only speak when something's wrong.
Somewhere between the kids and the bills,
we forgot the way we used to belong.
Nobody cheated, nobody left. Life just slowly stole what we had.
The other side of the bed feels miles away,
even though you're right beside me every day.
We built a family, built a life.
Somewhere we misplaced us tonight. I still love you, I know you do too, but love gets quiet when life breaks through. Maybe we're tired, maybe we're scared, maybe we forgot that we're still there.
Pictures on the wall tell old stories,
Back when forever felt easy.
now we're surviving more than living,
And missing what we stopped giving.
maybe one day we'll turn around
And meet each other where we are now.
No grand romance, no perfect lines,
Just your hand reaching out for mine.
the other side of the bed feels miles away, but I still believe we'll find our way.
After all these years and all we've been through, I'd still choose forever with you. Turn around, I'm still here.
Took the long way home again tonight, past that diner off 8th and Vine, the one we used to stay too late at, talking like life had more time. Now they changed the booths and painted the walls. Guess everything moves on eventually. Still weird how a whole city changes, but somehow keeps your memory. I've been doing alright these days, at least that's what I tell people. Truth is, some nights still feel unfinished without you in them. Nostalgia hits different when you're alone, when everybody gone and the house too quiet, and every little thing starts sounding like ghosts. Old songs, old streets, old versions of yourself. I swear sometimes I miss who I was back then more than I miss you. Maybe that's the part nobody warns you about. My friends got kids now, group chat barely even moves. Everybody got responsibilities, no one just pulls up anymore. I saw our old apartment online rent, almost triple what we used to pay. Crazy how we thought we were struggling back when those were probably the best days. Back then we thought life was waiting to start. Now I give anything to feel that light again for one night. 'Cause nostalgia hits different when you're tired, when success don't feel the way you imagine, when Friday nights start looking like takeout and falling asleep with the TV on. Sometimes I sit in my car after work for no reason at all, just letting old memories finish their sentence. I miss laughing without checking the time, miss cheap beer and bad decisions, miss feeling close to people naturally before everything became scheduled. And maybe growing up is just slowly realizing you'll never be those people again. Yeah, nostalgia hits different now, a little warmer, a little sadder, a little harder to shake. 'Cause you don't just miss the people, you miss the energy, the hope, the version of life that still felt wide open. Maybe that's why some nights hurt so quietly. Another picture, another flight, another friend living the perfect life, another smile with a sunset view. Makes me wonder what I'm supposed to do. Scrolling through dreams that don't belong to me, comparing my life to somebody else's scene. Funny how the screen can steal your peace without saying a single thing. Maybe nobody's showing all the tears. Maybe perfection only lives right here. Everybody's winning on my screen, or maybe that's just what they want me to see. Comparison is a thief in designer clothes, stealing peace from places nobody knows. Everybody's shining in the highlight reel, while I'm learning how to keep it real. Maybe my pace ain't wrong after all. Maybe I don't have to race at all. Another wedding, another house, another dream I start to doubt. But behind every picture frame, nobody knows the hidden pain. Maybe I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, growing slowly like a tree. Not behind, not ahead, just living my life instead. Everybody's winning on my screen. Ooh, but maybe life's not what it seems. I don't need somebody else's role to know I'm doing fine.
kept screenshots of apartments downtown. I kept recipes clipped from magazines. You talked about passports and promotion rounds. I pictured Sunday mornings in between. You had your eyes on cities with tall glass walls. I was naming dogs we didn't own. Funny how two people can share a couch and still dream in different tones. Back then I thought affection could smooth out every sharp edge. Turns out love's got beautiful manners, but it doesn't sign documents. Nobody raised their voice, nobody played unfair. We just kept pulling tomorrow in separate directions. Love wasn't the problem, baby, that's the part that hurts. You kissed me like you meant it, held me close when things got worse. But I wanted calendars and you wanted options. I was picking curtains, you were chasing auctions. And somewhere between what if and not yet, we learned that good intentions don't always share an address. Last winter you bought me that blue coat, said it matched my sleepy eyes. And I remember thinking a man this thoughtful would surely want the same life. But tenderness and timing are cousins, not twins. And chemistry ain't a compass, no matter how convincing. You called me your peace, I called you my home. Funny, peace and home turned out to be different rooms. People always ask who left, like heartbreak needs a villain. But sometimes nobody leaves, sometimes the map does. Love wasn't the problem, baby, that's the part that hurts. You kissed me like you meant it, held me close when things got worse. But I wanted calendars and you wanted options. I was saving memories, you were saving portions. And somewhere between what if and not yet, we learned that good intentions don't always share an address. Now my friends say you'll find someone better, but I don't think better is the proper word. You were kind, you were funny, you knew exactly how I like my tea. You just didn't stand in front of forever the same way I did. And maybe that's why I don't hate your memory, because you taught me something nobody mentioned growing up. Sometimes two decent people can love each other deeply and still run out of common roads. Dad once told me, don't confuse being understood with being accompanied. I didn't get it then, but now I know. Someone can memorize your favorite songs and still not dance to the same future. Love wasn't the problem, it never really was. We simply carry different clocks inside our blood. I don't blame your ambition, don't apologize for mine. We were just two honest hearts standing on separate timelines. And if I ever love again, I won't ask for fireworks above. I'll ask simpler questions. Where do you see yourself? What kind of mornings do you want? And most importantly, does your forever look anything like mine? Sometimes I still pass that little cafe where we planned vacations we'd never take. And I smile because losing you didn't teach me that love fails. It taught me that love alone should never do all the heavy lifting. You got 30 in red Texas, but somehow missed mine again. Then hit me Friday night like, hey stranger, nah, we too old for that. I'm not trying to decode emojis or wonder who that dude is in your stories. If you like me, say it plain. If not, keep it moving. I used to think confusion meant chemistry. Now it just feels exhausting. I don't need butterflies. Need somebody that's gonna show up. Need less white at midnight. More did you eat when work got rough? I ain't impressed by hot and cold or somebody keeping options open. That shit look cute at 22. Now it just look immature and broken. You disappeared for 3 whole days, then came back talking about mental space. Cool, I get life gets messy sometimes, but be grown enough to say what's on your mind. I got meetings in the morning, back pain from this cheap couch. Credit score I finally fixed in peace. I can't lose now, ain't nobody got time to recover from somebody inconsistent anymore. I don't need fireworks, need somebody calm in the kitchen. Somebody I can sit with quietly without feeling tension. Need honesty that don't sound rehearsed. Need love that don't feel temporary. You call it boring, I call it necessary. Maybe I changed, maybe survival made me picky. But these days peace turns me on more than mystery. So keep the mind games, keep the almost love, keep them blurry situationships and half-assed attention. I spent too many years mistaking stress for passion. Now if it costs my sleep, I don't even want it.
Just breathe right here. Keys on the table, locking the door, leaving the heavy shoes on the floor. City is buzzing, sirens far away, but in this little room I'm washing off the day. The clock was rushing, the hours were loud, but I stepped away from the busy crowd, closing my eyes, counting 2, 3, letting the silence wash over me. If the echoes of the day start creeping in, I just let go of where I've been. One deep breath, feeling the ground. I'm turning the whole world down, turning it down. Turning it down. Dimming the screen, turning off the light. Nothing but shadows keeping me inside. I don't need answers, I don't need a plan. Just rest in the mind as much as I can. The clock was rushing, the hours were loud, but I stepped away from the busy crowd, closing my eyes, counting 2, 3, letting the silence wash over me. If the echoes of the day start creeping in, I just let go of where I've been. One deep breath, feeling the ground. I'm turning the whole world down, turning it down. Safe and sound, turning it down.